What's up everybody, welcome back to another video by your boy, Mining Blue Taco. Today, I will be going through the changes and additions to the latest version of my mod, TacoCraft release 1.0.8. And this time, I definitely won't miss anything. First off, I would like to say, TacoCraft now supports two versions, being 1.21.1 and 1.21.4, represented by this pale oak forest. I know that this pale oak forest looks sad. There were budget cuts, okay? This version compatibility will continue until mCreator, the software I use to develop my mod, no longer supports 1.21.1. The first few things added to my mod revolve around the Skytide realm. First, we have Skytide Amethyst, which spawns in big spikes throughout the dimension. They look sort of like this. I know the lava isn't flowing, but that's just because it hasn't been updated. If I place a block here, oh, that's a bug. The structure voids from, well, that's unfortunate. Add one to the bug tracker. Next is graphite. Graphite can be crafted into stairs, slabs, and walls, along with smooth graphite and its variants. I know that smooth graphite doesn't look much different than regular graphite, but I promise there's a difference if you squint hard enough. Another use for graphite is to craft a pencil. Its recipe is 1 rubber, 1 stick, and 1 graphite in a diagonal line. Pencils are used as an alternative way to craft book and quills. And when you craft it, it just damages your pencil, you don't even lose it, which is pretty nice. The next block added to the Skytide realm is serpentine. I dislike this block because it's probably some of my best texture work. Let me explain. For what I was trying to go for, this texture is probably one of the best I could have done. Unfortunately, it looks pretty bad, which is what I was going for. So it is simultaneously the best and worst texture in TacoCraft, in my opinion. You can craft serpentine into stairs, slabs, and walls, although if you try to mine the block regularly, you don't get the block itself. You get pebbles. Now you can get anywhere from 2 to 5 pebbles from one block. 4 of these pebbles can be crafted back into a block. 6 of these pebbles can be crafted into 2 stairs, 3 of these pebbles into 3 slabs, and 6 of these pebbles into 3 walls. Finally, there's mercury. Mercury is special because you can't obtain this block by breaking it, even with Silk Touch, because when you do break it, it turns into a liquid. You can pick this liquid up with a bucket. And if you want the block back, you just craft the bucket with ice to get your mercury block back. And you also get your bucket back. The liquid is also supposed to give mercury poisoning, but I couldn't figure out how to do that. All of these blocks can be found in the Skytide realm, brightening up the dimension significantly. Did someone say that it's taco time? I think it's taco time. This is the taco vendor. His tacos are the best tacos. His tacos cannot be outmatched by any other tacos. Here's how you craft his workstation. A taco in the middle. It could be any type of taco, it doesn't have to be beef. And 8 wood all around. Oh, and he trades tacos if it wasn't obvious. Our next addition is a new ore, Bloop Goop. It's a bit rare and it blends in with the sand. It is used for 2 things, boots and bombs. You could probably make a tongue twister out of that. Bloop Goop is used for boots and bombs or something like that, I don't know. The bombs deal a lot of knockback and a fair bit of damage when thrown at something. They are crafted using 1 bloop goop, 1 gunpowder, and 1 slime ball. The boots are used to get Frostwalker 3. You heard me. Normal boots are lame and can only go up to Frostwalker 2. These boots get auto-enchanted with Frostwalker 3 when you put them on. Now you can finally sprint jump with Frostwalker. How cool is that? Next is a new enchantment. I actually got inspiration from another mod with a very similar enchantment. I forgot what the mod is called, but don't say I never gave any credit. This enchantment is called Launching. You can apply it to swords, and it launches the mob you attack into the sky, hence the name. This enchantment goes up to level 2, and no further. These poor cows won't know what hit them. They just go up. I find this very amusing. Next is one of two structures, the ancient burial grounds. They are made up of terracotta, coarse dirt, and gravel. I'm actually going to go into a new world to showcase this to you because it will do a better job at doing it. As you can see, it basically looks like an... Oh, there's a shipwreck that spawned in this one. It's basically an unnatural mound of grass and dirt. Inside, you can find 3 chests. Well, the shipwreck kind of ruins this, doesn't it? I'm gonna go find you guys another one. Here's a better example. So, like, any blocks that are beneath it just shoot up into the sky and make this very unnatural hill. And inside, you can find your 3 chests. And they all contain unique loot, although the structure is a bit common, so can't find... It's not very good loot, that's what I'm trying to say. Next up is the first of 4 particles I added, photons. If you're too young and don't know what photons are, think of them as the carriers of light and color to your eyes. They don't work quite the same here as they do in real life, though. Crafted with aetheryte and glowstone, they make the block that you're standing on a max light source, so they can light up your base without using ugly torches or something. I don't know. Now, this thing lasts for only like 25 seconds in your hand, but like, it's a pretty good light source if you just sprint jump around with it everywhere. But it is running out quite quickly. I did say that that was one of 4 particles, and here are the other 3. Is that grammatically correct? Anyway, they're called protons, neutrons, and electrons. Protons are found inside this block that generates below Y40. When mined, it takes a second. It's pretty dense. It's called dense matter. It drops 4 protons. Neutrons are obtained by cleansing an unobtainium ingot into a decay crystal, and then crafting this decay crystal into your 4 neutrons. Electrons are found when lightning strikes. Cows will once again be my test subject. If I use this trident to strike a cow with lightning... Oh, he made it over. How surprising. You get energized matter spawning where the cow got struck. Crap, I missed. Die, cow. You break these energized matter blocks to obtain electrons. What are these particles used for? Well, do I have a treat for you. Nuclei. I added the 53 possible proton-neutron combinations. Just to name a few of those combinations. 3 protons and 2 neutrons. 2 protons and 7 neutrons. Or maybe 0 protons and 3 neutrons. Yes, they are all the same texture, but hear me out for a second. I had to add 53 nuclei as unique items, then give each of them recipes. That is 106 mod elements for 1 feature. Those of you unfamiliar with mCreator, anytime you add anything to your mod, this little counter goes up by 1. So just by adding 53 nuclei in their recipes, I increase this counter by 106. Now you might be thinking, what about electrons? What do the nuclei do? My answer to that is, Nothing yet. I got lazy, okay? Fellow modders can back me up in the comments. Next up are taco shell shurikens. These projectiles are crafted with 3 taco shells and fire straight, like a wind charge. For example, let's say I wanted to hit that sheep over there, and as long as it doesn't move, the sheep got. How cool is that? They do move slower and deal more damage than a wind charge, though, so there is that. Next up is chocolate milk. Pretty self-explanatory, the recipe. It does the same thing as regular milk, although it does give the player speed when you drink it. Combos pretty well with invis, I'd say. Next is something I should have added a long time ago. The Super Taco. Crafted like a golden apple, but with sapphire and a beef taco specifically. Eating this Super Taco will give you... Oh, that's a bug. It's supposed to give you absorption, fire resistance, and speed. Huh. Finding a lot of bugs today, we are. Next up, strawberries. Before I continue, I do want to give a shout out to Ace for letting me use his strawberry texture from his mod as a placeholder texture until I get good at texturing myself. I'll leave a link to his mod in the description. Like other berry bushes, you can pick the berries off the bush and eat them raw. Wait, hold on, let me get hungry. Really? There we go. And you can eat them raw. They're not the best food source, but they get the job done in a pinch. Or you can craft these strawberries into jam. Next is the second of my new structures. It's Skytide Tower. It's made with a bunch of different blocks that you can find in the Skytide realm. Inside, it has a zombie spawner up there and 3 chests. The chests contain the second best chance at finding an enchanted golden apple out of all structures, outclassed only by ancient cities. Our last 2 additions are both music discs. Unfortunately, neither of the songs are made by me, but I will put links in the description if you want to hear the original songs. The first of them is a mashup of both creator music discs with a seamless transition between the 2 of them. This one is by Show Me 7, and the other music disc is the 87 music disc. I'll let this one play out. Finally, there are the changes that were made this update. Let's rapid fire through them. You can now smith uranium onto iron gear using the uranium upgrade template. This applies to weapons, I guess not the hoe, and armor. Condensed wood is now spelled correctly. The Lycerite achievement, Look What I Found Zombies, is now up to date. The light apple's name and texture were updated. The sapphire apple's texture has been updated. The light apple achievement, Resource Efficiency, is now spelled correctly. The taco block no longer spawns naturally underground. The Christmas forest biome in the achievement is now spelled correctly. There is now a shorter cooldown between hit and lightning strike for Thunderillium pools. Yeah, you can die. What? There we go. Ores like Ruby, Sapphire, and Aquatite now drop XP when broken. The Aquatite light block can now be placed directionally. Look at that. Butterscotch brownies can now be crafted and eaten. The recipe is a brownie and butterscotch chips. The end rod recipe using chorus dust has been modified to require glowstone, 1 chorus ingot, and 1 chorus dust. Jerky is now spelled correctly. Previously, it was spelled with an E between the K and the Y. Advancements are now more organized, and there is also a tab strictly for challenges. For example, Music Connoisseur, The Forbidden Buffet, Color-Coded Chaos, Ore Hunter, Caffeine Connoisseur, Beyond the Impossible, Master of Matter, Fury of the Flames, Master of the Storm, Master of the Tides, and Sapphire Sage. All of which are 100% totally possible to obtain. The Unobtainium block break time has been increased, so even with an Efficiency 5 Enderite pickaxe, it still takes a while. Almost done. There we go. You can now craft wind charge back into breeze rods, like this. And finally, you can craft blaze powder back into rods, like this. And that is all for the changes and additions made to TacoCraft Release 1.0.8. If you guys want to get the mod for yourself, I'll leave a link to my mod along with all credits in the description. I know that some of you want to see less Bed Wars content on my channel, so I will leave you a challenge. If we can get this video 20 likes in 2 weeks, I'll speedrun all the advancements in my mod. But until then, stay safe, subscribe, and have a good one. Bye bye.